We are now in corporate laws, which is your paper number 2 of CA intermediate. We were talking about the types of companies. If you see, we started up with saying what is company, what are the other types of companies. We also introduced you what is your camel, which is your mnemonics for you to cover. Let's go and see what are the other companies that we have. Holding company, again this is going to be based on control. So what am I writing? I am saying based on control. In camel, it is going to be based on C. So based on control is holding company. We were talking about subsidiary company. You remember, we connected with associate company. We said it is not a subsidiary company, but includes a joint venture company. We said subsidiary company, no. So based on that holding company, holding is the parent company and subsidiary company is the child company. It's like that for you to understand easily. Holding company in relation to one or more other companies means a company of which the such companies are subsidiary companies. This such other companies are subsidiary. That means when there are subsidiary companies, the companies that is going to hold all this is going to be what company? Holding company. We will always have this connection between holding and subsidiary company. In your accounts also, when you study something called consolidation of financial statements, CFS. So you will have to remember that and say holding company and subsidiary company connection. Holding company is what? Holding company is the parent company. Under that, the other companies under which all these companies are there, and whatever the companies that is under the holding company are called subsidiary companies. For all the subsidiary companies, what is going to be the parent company is going to be your holding company. As simple as that. So always remember, holding and subsidiary has to be connected. So that's very, very important for us to know. One person company. One person company is based on, it is based on membership. So what I am writing in camel, it is going to be M. So when we say membership, private company and public company will be there. You can ask me, private and public is there, how come it is one person company? One person company is a part of private company. They will ask you this in MCQ. So what am I writing? I am writing it is a part of private company. What is private and public? We will cover in the next slides. One person company means what? Only one person as member, not director. Director can also be till 15 directors. One person company, member is going to be one. See the point here. One person company means a company which has only one person as member. So the keyword that I will try to underline is member. Members are different. And the other thing, when you wanted to cover your other things like directors, that's going to be different. So point is very simple. One person company means who is that one person? One person is your member. So that's how we will try to connect it and make it strong. Yes. Now here we told holding company, that other company is subsidiary company. Correct? That's the connection we wanted to give. Now this one person company means one person is going to be whom? Member and not director. So I will write this also so that you know that there is going to be a difference and not director. That's not forming part of your definition, but I am saying for you to understand. Because director can be till 15 for a one person company. Special resolution, if you pass and all, you can change. So all this till 15, just you can remember this. One person company, member can be only one. Next, private company. I was just talking about private company includes your one person company. What is this? Private company means a company having a minimum paid up share capital. Previously and all there was limit. Now and all they say minimum paid share capital as may be prescribed. As may be prescribed in the Companies Act means depending on how you wanted to give and which by its articles. Articles means what? Articles of association. MOA, memorandum means memorandum of association. Articles means articles of association. What are these MOA and AOA? They will call it as public documents, or you can say base documents of the company. Base documents of the company. So why am I writing this? So that when you go to chapter number 2 called incorporation, you will understand that it is very clear that it is already done. Now itself I am giving you introduction for all this, so it is easy to cover when we go to the next chapter. What is the first thing? Which by its articles hyphen number 1 restricts the right to transfer share. That means you cannot do a share transfer for a private company. You cannot move from one place to another place through share. Point number 2. Except in case of one-person company, limits the number of members to 200. Because here it is going to be one only, except. So that's the keyword you will have to remember. So always find a point like whether it is or, and, any, except, subject to, including, all these words has to be clear, because that only will determine what type of company is that or what type of definition it is. Except in case of one-person company, it limits to number of members to 200. That means private company generally when they are not saying one person, 200 members can be there. So that's the point they will say. So this is all done. Next, prohibits any invitation to the public, because when you invite public, then you will have to issue something called prospectus. When you say public, it becomes what company? Public company and not private company. So the point is only when you invite the public, it becomes what? Public company. When you prohibits any invitation, then only it is called what company? Private company. So remember this keyword, prohibits. Now this is a negative point. See whether it is positive point or except to, subject to, or see if there is a negative point. See the negative here, restrictive. So only I have put into here saying that apart from this only anything will be covered. Are we clear with this point? So restricts the right to transfer shares, except in case of one-person company, 200 members will be there. Prohibits any invitation to the public to subscribe for securities of the company. It is not shares. So what is securities? This word securities will be defined in where? Will be defined in chapter number 3 of Companies Act, which is called prospectus and allotment of securities. Securities includes shares. Securities is a broader term. Please remember this for any securities. What is that security? You will cover this in chapter number 3. What is your chapter number 3? Prospectus and allotment of securities of the company. So you can remember that you will cover that in that point. So the point you will have to remember is very simple. Number 1, you need to remember it will restricts the right to transfer share. Second, except one person, everything is 200 for private company. It prohibits the invitation to public by subscription of any securities of the company. The moment when you say security, it gets connected with securities laws. There is a separate law called security law. There only you will study about SEBI, SCRA, depositories and all. Like SEBI, Securities and Exchange Board of India. That is the authority for all this stock exchange and securities related. Company means Companies Act. So we are connecting what? We are connecting two things. One is going to be what? One is going to be Companies Act and another is going to be Securities Act. So Companies Act we are also covering, plus security law we are going to cover. In security laws there will be SEBI, SCRA, etc. So the securities we will cover this in chapter number 3. Please try to make it, remember, write it and keep it strong and mark it also important for your point. Are we clear with this? Yes. What is the next one? Public company. Very simple. Public company is any company which is not a private company. So what is it they are saying? It means a company. Now see the word here. It is means. We also told includes. You remember? Includes also will be a part of definition, but this is not includes, this is means. Meaning, which is not a private company. So when it is not a private company, it is what company? Public company. Definitely it will have minimum paid up capital as may be prescribed. May be prescribed. Here, may versus shall. So that also will be studied in interpretation of statute. See the connection I am giving. Guys, please understand what I am doing. This is the connection you should do in company law. In one word, see where and all I am connecting. In interpretation of statutes, don't think it is income from other sources after reading tax. It is interpretation of statutes, and we also study along with versus General Clauses Act 1897. So this also is one other act where they will study what is may, what is shall. May means may or may not. Basic definition. You have an exception also. May means may or may not. It can happen, may not happen. Shall means definitely it should happen. So there is a way that you will have to remember. Each and every word has something to remember. As may be prescribed, so it can change. And the next one is, the point is to be covered is your public company. So with this, what are we completing? Public company. It means a company which is not a private company, which has a minimum capital as may be prescribed. It is may and not shall, where you will study Interpretation of Statutes and General Clauses Act 1897. Now, the moment when we come to listed company you can connect it with your securities laws. Securities laws plus Companies Act you can cover. Why? See the point, you will understand why I am bringing security law. Listed company means a company which has any of its what? Any of its securities. So security means which law? Security laws. So securities listed on any recognized stock exchange. For stock exchange, who is the head? Who is the authority? SEBI is your authority. When you bring SEBI and securities, which law you will cover? Automatically you will cover security laws only. Any recognized stock exchange. There are many stock exchange, but you should go and get recognized by getting an approval from SEBI, by properly forming an application form. By filling that, you will become what? You will become a listed company. That means any securities if you list on a recognized stock exchange, obviously this is going to be a public company only. Are we clear? Because you cannot do any other thing. We already told prohibits any invitation to public. So it should definitely be a public company and it should be recognized in a stock exchange. Are we clear? So this is one point that you will have to remember for public company and listed company. Yes, what is the next one? Small company. Small company is again part of your membership. So membership, that means what? In camel, it is M. Correct? So small company, again it is not a public company, it is a private company. So private company, one person company, small company, everything will be your private and separately you will have public. How you will know that? We already told this in definition. Small company means a company other than public company, not a public company. Other than public means private. Paid up capital, important point, paid up capital not exceeding how many lakhs? 50 lakhs. Okay. Now what they are adding? Or any such higher amount as may be prescribed. Later when they prescribe, if they wanted to increase from the 50 lakhs, that should not be more than 10 crores. So what is that they are saying? Now it is 50 lakhs. If they wanted to improve that 50 lakhs, it should not exceed 10 crores. Are we clear? So paid up capital of which does not exceed 50 lakhs or any higher amount later when they prescribe, it shall not be more than 10 crores. Are we clear? So the point is 50 lakhs to 10 crores. Maximum it can go. Are we clear? So what I am doing? I am erasing this 10 crores so that I am already writing it here itself. So 50 lakhs to 10 crores. Now the beauty is the next point, turnover. But before going to turnover, remember this condition. It is and, not or. It is and condition, collective condition. Paid up capital and turnover. Paid up capital and turnover. So what I will say? Paid up capital and turnover. So remember this word, make it strong. It is not or condition, it is unconditioned. That means collectively you need to have turnover of which as per the last profit and loss, latest profit and loss account, does not exceed 2 crore rupees. So what I am writing here? 2 crore rupees. Or if they wanted to increase the 2 crore later, that should not be more than 100 crores. That should not be more than 100 crores. If they wanted to increase later, it cannot exceed 100 crores. Are we clear? Shall not be more than. This shall not be more than. So till 10 crores only it is there, till 100 crores only it is there, under condition and not a public company. So I will quickly underline all the keywords other than public. Are we clear? Not exceeding 50 lakhs. Not more than 10 crores. So, I put it already very clearly. Turnover, last profit and loss account, not exceeding 2 crores. But if they wanted to do it, it should not exceed. If they are increasing that amount, that should not be more than 100 crores. Are we clear? So, all this point and condition very important. I am coloring it fully without leaving a gap. And condition very important for us to see. It is not or condition, it is and condition. So, we need to be very careful about it. Small company is based on membership. It will consider paid up capital and turnover. Limit is very clear. Are we? Yes. So, what is that I am doing? I am quickly writing this again because they may ask you this. 50 lakhs, 10 crores. 2 crores, 100 crores. So, this is what you should remember and make it really strong. Are we clear? So, this is what is your small company. What is the next one? Unlimited company. Again, it is based on liability. Based on liability. In Camel, what is L? Liability. Based on L. Unlimited means what? Unlimited liability. Liability is unlimited. It means a company not having any limit on the liability. That means it can keep on be adding it when there is going to be members. You don't have a restriction. You how much ever you wanted to, you can increase your liability. You will have to pay against it whenever there is a requirement. Simple point, unlimited company. Are we clear? Next is subsidiary company. I was talking about holding company. You remember? It is based on what? It is based on C. Control. Based on control. Camel, what is C? Based on control. Subsidiary company in relation to any other company means a company which is that any other company is what? Holding company. I told you parent and small company, right? What subsidiary company, what holding company will do? It will holding company controls the composition of board of directors of subsidiary company. So, what you should remember, subsidiary company will not control, holding company will control the composition of board of directors. You know they are the top level management, correct? So, the point number 2, exercises or controls more than 1/2 of the total share capital. What did I tell you? When I was talking about associate company, significant influence means it is not voting power, now they have brought into share capital. So, 1/2, no, more than 1/2, more than means what? More than 50% of the total share capital either at own or together with one or more subsidiary companies. That means what? Holding company can have more than one subsidiary company. Holding company can have more than one subsidiary company. If you remember these 2 points, automatically you are done with your what company? Holding company and subsidiary company. So, holding company, subsidiary company and associate company is based on control. So, control I will always remember it as has holding company, associate company and subsidiary company to cover. So, this is what we will have in this particular learning unit. So, what we have covered? We have covered all the definitions relating to it and we can manage it very easily to see these are the definitions as per your Companies Act. In further sessions, we will go and see what are the other small concepts relating to it. Thank you.